Could you kind of talk to me a little bit about your training? How did you get into martial arts? Have you always been with Jay? Just kind of talk me through how you got to stepping in the door to today.
So I started wrestling really young, like 11 or 12. So I've been doing that most of my life. And then when it was like time to go to college, I was like, I was iffy. Really didn't want to go to college for wrestling, so I was more leaning towards boxing actually. And then when I started boxing, I was like, wow, they have the sport, but I can use my wrestling. And so then when I started MMA, I got with John Long, and then I think it would have been a year and a half later to 2 years I got with Jay. So it's been a year and a half with Jay now that I've been at Jay Pages fully.
Okay. And you train striking there as well, right?
Yeah, so I train with Coach C or Coach Doug and John Long.
Okay. So being an amateur fighter is kind of a unique situation because the title fights come and go, and sometimes the guy will just kind of drop the title and go pro. So I mean, what does it mean to you to be fighting for an amateur title? Is it something that how do I put this? Is it something you're aspiring towards, or is it just a step along the way?
Honestly, to me, it's just a step along the way. Like I've been in the competitive like area, so titles are nothing special. Honestly, they're good goals to have and good like fights to have to get experience, but like they're nothing special. Like it's amateur, so it's a good stepping stone to get used to the title fights because eventually I do want to go pro and win a title fight of my own in pro. So it's definitely a good thing to have for me, and I'm excited to have it and bring back the belt to my team and my family. But
Awesome.
title alone doesn't really bother me.
Gotcha.
But that is the like I will bring it
Is it
back.
a 5 round fight?
Yeah, so it's five 3 minute rounds.
Gotcha. So I mean, at the very least, you're getting that exposure to the length of a pro fight. You know what I mean? So I mean, it is kind of a benchmark along the way. I mean, like I know you said it's not all that much to you, but I mean, it does kind of signify where you're at in your amateur career. So I mean, with that being said, are you leaning towards going pro in the future, or do you
Yeah,
need some more experience first?
I don't. I'm not on the going pro part. I'm still waiting until my coaches tell me, "Hey, we think you're ready." Um, I think I could compete, but I don't want to go yet. There's still some things I want to work on, and I'm still young, so I want to work on getting more experience as I can as an amateur. So probably won't go pro for another couple of years.
Gotcha. So I mean, it's basically based on you're deferring to your coaches then essentially, right? They're kind of going to
Yes,
give you the
sir.
green light. Gotcha.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's very wise, very wise. Um,
Yes, sir.
so what are some of your goals as a fighter? Obviously, I mean, you have plans to go professional, but I mean, what would you like to accomplish along this journey?
So I do want to like because I know I can't fight forever, but I do want to fight as long as I can and as hard as I can for the rest of my life. That like till I can fight type of thing. And then I like jujitsu, so like when I get too old to fight, I'll go to jujitsu fully. But I love fighting. I love competing. Just something about being able to show my skills and compete against other people. This is that brings me joy, and I like doing it. I'm good at it, so it works together.
Yes, sir. Is this your first time traveling for a fight, by the way?
Mm, that far out of state, yes. My last fight was in Yuma,
Okay.
which is it's the same distance, but still that Yuma was still in Arizona. I'm not too like I'm used to like traveling for wrestling, of course, but this is my first MMA fight in a different state, which well, there's different rule sets. It's more of like kind of like the Wild West, but I like it.
Gotcha. Gotcha. I mean, I'm excited to see it. If you guys don't know, Calvin Dunning Saturday, July 3rd for Combat Fighting Championship. Like you said, you're the traveling fighter, man. Is there anything you would want the audience to know about you ahead of your fight?
So a lot of the so it is I am a newer person there, but I do know the community. Like my two best friends are that are on my team too. They are from there, so like I have their families going out and supporting. But for the ones that don't know, like I'm a small town boy raised up in Emergency, Arizona. Kind of wrestled most of my life, got out here, and I had two rough losses right off the back, but they're more learning lessons to me. Like they happen. There's one without like out of my control, and then one was I shouldn't have fought that soon, and the skill level wasn't there yet. But they're all learning lessons, and I love competing. I love competing against other people. Just like something about going against someone and being able to beat them is just satisfying.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I mean, don't beat yourself up over that. That's why the amateur career exists, right? You're supposed to learn. It's always nerve wracking when you see a guy that's 3-0 and he's going pro. It's like, oh man, you don't know how you rebound from a loss. And
Yes,
I
sir.
think it's good you get that out of your way early on in your career. But now the floor is yours, man. Any shout outs? Anything you'd like to get out there?
I just want to shout out Jay Pages. Like honestly, he's my, one of the best coaches I've ever had, if not the best coach I've ever had. He's him and John Long have supported me a lot. Same as Coach C, they have pushed me to become better. And then there's Yanni and Adrian Munoz. Those are my two main MMA partners that have pushed me. And then there's Gabe, Oscar, Sam, JJ, Joey, Devin. The list does go on. Like it's all the J Pages boys and All Night Striking. Like they have pushed me to get so much better that like I'm just truly grateful for all of them. And I love all my training partners. I couldn't be and become the better fighter that I plan to become just because like they're truly a family there. They push me. If I hit a road, I don't have to worry about hitting roadblocks because they're always getting better, pushing me to get better. They won't let me slack off, nothing. So I'm truly grateful for them. I am. I also would like to say like God bless because I do get the chance to perform and do what I love. There's not a lot of people that can and say like they can follow their dreams and pursue them because I know some people that have injuries where they cannot come back to fight or just losing people so they can't like go on with their dreams type of thing. And so I'm just truly grateful for God, my family, all my teammates, and all that for that. Just it's a big thing to being able to do what I love and compete at the level I want to compete at.
That's awesome, man. I'm so glad you have that perspective. It's an attitude of gratitude is going to take you far. So, I mean, I thank you for the time. I'm very grateful for it myself.
Of
So,
course, thank you, sir.
yeah, of course, of course. If you guys don't have your tickets, get them from Calvin, July 6th. Is there a live stream?
I will double check. I think there will. I will have some of my team go live. If anything, my family will be there. So they'll someone on Instagram will be going live if there's no live like link.
Gotcha. Everybody go follow Calvin. You want that live stream. But
Yes,
all right.
sir.
Thank you so much for the time, Calvin.
Thank
I
you, brother.
appreciate it. Best of skill in your
Thank you.
fight.